Hello, 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 hello. My name is Michael Sharkey. Sitting next to me, birthday boy Spanish.
Woo!
Happy birthday,
Thanks,
my friend.
man. I appreciate it, dude.
1-800-771-1025 is our phone number. Just trying to help a friend through divorce, looking for, breakup stories, divorce stories. But just what I'm trying to extract from this, from my perspective, is how to help a friend, how to help a friend maybe see the light. Again, 1-800-771-1025. A quick hit for our YouTube at Let's Get Real Radio Show. Subscribe. We are putting more content up there every single week at Let's Get Real Radio Show on YouTube. I think it's Michaela. Let's go to Michaela. Opinion about divorce. Michaela, thanks for calling Let's Get Real. What's up? She's speaking. There you are. Go ahead.
Hi, I have a breakup story that I thought was going to be like the end of everything, essentially, and I had to find the light inside and, out in the world and move forward and realize that, this isn't the end and I can keep going kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So I just went through a breakup of 4 years, and I thought this was going to be the guy I was going to marry, and all of our friends, we kind of had the same friends, same friend group, essentially, and I had to almost, put my, phone down and take almost the love goggles off to realize that he was manipulating me and listening to what my friends were telling me, because he wouldn't allow me to go hang out with my friends. He would track my locations, and he would tell me, oh, you don't do this, don't do that. And I thought that's what, love was, essentially, but it wasn't. And so when we broke up, all of my friends turned against me and said that I was the bad guy. And I was like, are you serious right now? Do you not realize that what's happening? So I just... Yeah, it was kind of a rude awakening, to say the least, because I thought, like I said, this was the guy I was going to marry. These were my best friends, and it was kind of a difficult situation to get out of, essentially.
How long has it been since the breakup? Turn your radio down, please.
I think it's been 6 months since the breakup.
Okay, so you're in a good place now?
Yeah, I'm in a great place now. I found a new job. I went focused on my school. I focused on myself, on finding internal happiness that I didn't need to rely on this person to, that wasn't my only source of happiness. I found comfort in being able to spend time alone, essentially, go out in public, go to stores by myself, go even to a restaurant by myself and be okay enough to do that.
What was your dating history like before you dated this guy? Would you say you were a serial dater?
I kind of always was that person that dated that one guy for long periods of time and never jumped into the next one. I would always wait 6-7 months before I even started looking to date another person and really focused on being okay with this is a breakup, but it's not it doesn't define who you are as a person, and just figuring out everything on yourself, essentially.
So when he was tracking you, and why am I getting echo, Isaiah?
I had Life 360 with my family because of my grandparents. They sometimes would travel by themselves and then get stuck there, and we had to go rescue them. So we all got Life 360 as a safety thing. And he took my phone and added himself to his own circle that I didn't realize he had. And so he would text me, and I'm running errands for my family, and he's like, why are you driving all around right now? I was like, because I'm running errands. He goes, you should be home. You shouldn't be out.
Isn't it funny how you know that the red flags are there once you break up with a person and you look back and you go, damn, dude, I ignored my gut and my intuition so many times.
Oh, yeah. And, they say that the body knows,
yeah,
it respects that person. After I broke up with him, I lost 50 pounds.
Yeah, dude. Isn't it funny how that happens? You were holding on to a lot of cortisol.
And I was looking at pictures from behind. I was like, holy moly, that's me? No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I went through a whole, spiritual journey, and, I discovered, who I am as a person, and I learned to love myself and learn to have fun, even if I'm just by myself. I started hanging out with friends more. My depression went so, like, almost like away, essentially, after I left him. It was like craziness. I was like, holy moly.
Yeah, well, listen, it sounded like you finally learned the lesson, and now you trust your intuition, and you're more in tune with your body, and you're more in tune with your internal happiness. So it seems like that was something that you really needed to go through, and I'm glad you made it out alive.
I know, me too, because I know I have like friends who did the wrong thing, and now they're not here with us right now, but I'm glad that I didn't take that and sulk in it and just move forward and realize this isn't the end.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, but listen, I'm proud of you. Thank you for the phone call. This was a good birthday present for me.
Of course, yeah, no. I was listening to that story and I was like, man, yes, it sucks. Like, I've had family members who've gone through divorce, but at the end of the day, like, you have that ability to move forward and look at the light and just, yes, this sucks, but maybe this is God's plan saying, hey, this isn't the right choice for you. Everything is in God's plan and has a motion for you.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you much for the phone call, man. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Michaela. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Love you.
Yeah, our phone number 1-800-771-1025. And just talking divorce, just talking breakups, talking situations. Basically, I'm just trying to help a friend navigate and possibly try to have a tough conversation with them about moving in that direction. But I think, and this may be naive, but I think Michaela kind of speaks to it, is there is something better on the other side.
Yes, always.
And it's hard to see that when you're on this side of it. And it's probably a metaphor for so many things in life as it relates to that. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so what I feel motivated by, if I can share my feelings with you, sir.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we do.
I would love that.
Is I want to help.
I know.
I want to help so badly. And I believe that the other side is better. And it might be me. Like, he may not see that, and he may not even get to the place where Michaela's at. Mm-hmm. He may always, I know a lot of people who go through divorces and they always beat them shame, guilt around, like, I screwed that up, I messed that up, and they can't let that go. Again, part of their journey, probably.
Absolutely.
1-800-771-1025. Talking, getting support from the community around helping a friend through a breakup. I totally related to what she said, though, about seeing it from the other side, like all the stuff she held on to. What'd she say? She lost like 50 pounds.
55 pounds, man.
Like, that's huge, right?
Dude. Yeah. That's you when in the spiritual teachings, they'll tell you that, like, that is literally you and your body coming to a place where you finally let that guilt and all that pain go that you experienced on your path. Because, like, it's all supposed to teach you. It's all supposed to teach you those lessons that she was saying that she finally learned. I know what it's like to be a serial dater. I was for a long time. You know what I mean? I always needed to be in a relationship. And it wasn't until recently when I had all this time to myself where I finally was able to sit with who I am, who I think I am, because I think a lot of people, including myself, will base their identity on relationships and who they are to other people instead of focusing on who they are on the inside. And I think that is a big thing that causes a lot of people, the majority of their stress throughout the day is having to keep up with all these identities that they think they have to be for other people, whether it's your work identity or your father identity or your student identity or your son identity. You feel like you have to live up to this idea of something you've created in your head
that you believe other people see.
Exactly. And the reality is you do not have to do that. But that's an incredibly hard thing to let go of, because when you've spent your entire life creating that identity for yourself, trying the brain and your body and your spirit, trying to let that go is like trying to unravel cord that's been wrapped around, an abacus that's all just woven in and out. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. And it's going to take the understanding that you're going to have to go through it, and you're going to have to accept the fact that that identity is going to have to die, and you're going to have to let it go for you to be able to get to a place where you finally are good and you can look back and you can go, damn, I can't believe I survived that, looking back on it. And I'll never let myself get to a place like that again, because I know what it does to me and I know I don't deserve that.
1-800-771-1025 is our phone number. 1-800-771-1025. If you want to be a part of this conversation, you know where I see that happen a lot is in this industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an example of that.
So many people in this industry. Yeah, I mean, I guess you would be. I mean, I don't. You're not the first that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But their identity is I'm not the human being. Insert name here. I'm radio personality.
Yeah.
And it's probably true in industries like this, maybe
Sure.
in television, movies, they get identity. And such, you can actually see, and maybe this is actually a correlation, is you see the people who are maybe stronger spiritually or stronger in their own identity, comfortable in their own skin, as some might say, when you can see that person clearly when they're not at work or not with another person.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's with my friend. It's like I've known him for a long time. So
Yeah.
I knew him before. You know, he's a good soul. He's a really, really good soul. And he's and I think in a lot of ways she's made him better.
Yeah.
But it's just it's the pain.
Yeah, man.
You just don't want to see
Get
a
it.
friend go through pain.
I know, dude. It is like next to going through your own pain. Obviously, when you really love somebody, whether it's a friend or anybody, and you watch them go through pain, and they're close to you, so you see them or talk to them on a regular basis, and you can just feel it in their voice. That could be one of the worst things that you could go through. Like I said, next to you experiencing it yourself.
Yeah.
But I feel like what I've learned when I've experienced that recently with some of my close friends that have been coming to me more and more since we've actually started doing the show, I've started to really learn and understand the fact that as much as I want to put my hands in their business to help them, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything for them, and it's not going to do anything
They
for me.
got to come to that place themselves.
They have to, and they have to choose to allow themselves to get there. And that's not easy for a lot of people to do, because to do that, you have to start accepting that you deserve better.
Yeah.
You have to start quieting that bad voice in your head that tells you you're terrible all the time. And, that was the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. So I can't imagine that it's easy. Maybe it's easy for some people, but not me.
I don't think so. I think that's part of I think it's part of the human journey, is quieting that voice. Like I had not an episode, but I was feeling some crap yesterday. Around work stuff, but I was like, and I literally did a walking meditation where I was like, nope, I'm going to project the reality that I want to create, not this misery and this muck that I'm in.
Yeah.
But we all do it.
Of course we
So-
do. It's human.